And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. It is Wednesday night, and we are live and amplified here at Teen Vision TV 16. We appreciate you tuning in. We got a big show coming your way. We're going to check in with Riverside City College baseball skipper Rudy Arguelles after the Tigers won the state championship. So we're going to talk state title time with the Tigers. Also, a little bit later in the show, Roosevelt softball, your CIF Southern Section Division I champion, now getting ready for the SoCal Regional. First round bye in the regional. They will be back home tomorrow in the semifinals. In Division I. And then also, this is kind of some breaking news. This is very exciting. Arlington High School will have its inaugural Hall of Fame class, and we're going to announce that first class right here on the Inland Sports Show just a little bit later, so I hope you'll tune in for that as well. But it's a big, big show. Again, this time of the year, it's championship edition, right? Because we're playing for championships at the end of the spring for baseball and softball. Johnny Nunez, our director, let's get that softball video queued up for Roosevelt High School, because we're going to take you back to when Roosevelt won that CIF Southern Section Division I championship, and they did it in dramatic fashion against Los Alamitos down there at Deanna Manning Stadium in Irvine. Hey, it went down to the wire, but the Mustangs got it done in dramatic fashion, as I mentioned. Emily Carr, 3-run single to bring everybody home. It was a 5-4 win for Roosevelt to clinch that Division I championship. So once again, representing the Big 8 League, representing Riverside County and the Inland Empire. Huge win by Roosevelt in thrilling fashion. We had head coach Mike Smith on before the game, and now we're going to have some players on after the game a little bit later in the show. So congratulations to Roosevelt, your D1 champions. And now the season's not over. One more week of softball with the CIF SoCal Regional this week. So from softball over to baseball, we mentioned it. RCC is your state champion as the Tigers get it done, beating Folsom Lake by a score of 10-8. Johnny, let's take a look at this video. This is the final out of the game in the championship game, as the Tigers rush the field and they celebrate. This is their 5th state championship in program history, their first since 2007. And when you think RCC, man, you think about that awesome football team. But look out, head coach Rudy Arguelles and the Tigers turning that place into a baseball school as well. So the skipper Arguelles is going to join us a little bit later in the show to talk about that championship run for the Tigers. Now, let's get to our big boost play of the week this week, and we're going to rewind back to the CIF state championships in track and field as we take you up to Veterans Memorial Stadium on the campus of Buchanan High School in Clovis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hunter O'Brien, the Riverside County record holder in the pole vault, and he is now your CIF state champion. We had Hunter on the show last week. He is a gymnast turned pole vaulter, and a pretty good decision by Hunter, man. He is the best in the state of California, bringing home that CIF state championship. And that is our big boost play of the week as Hunter goes up there to Clovis and wins that state championship. He was one of several local state champions. Cade Moran won a shot put championship. He's from Murrieta Mesa. We had Seth Johnson from Cajon in the boys high jump. So we had and a couple girls as well. So we had some great state championship results for our local athletes at the CIF state meet. All right, as we roll up this first segment to kind of get you ready for the rest of the show, let's take a look at our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game, and it was actually last night, and we'll tell you the final score. It was Temescal Canyon beating Cajon by a final of 4-1, but Temescal Canyon advanced to the semifinals, and it's just gone final. In fact, our guy Daryl Trujillo, our Inland Sports senior writer, was at the game as Temescal Canyon lost at Temple City this evening, and Daryl will have a complete wrap-up later on the Inland Sports website. But our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game was two local teams going head-to-head. It was Temescal Canyon again winning, advancing, and falling this afternoon to a tough Temple City squad. All right, that's going to lead us into our first commercial break of the night. When we come back, we have RCC baseball, and right after that, Roosevelt softball here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
What up, guys? Boostman here at the Boost Performance Center. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez.
Well, look who it is. We're back here at the Boost Performance Training Center here with the Boost man himself, Coach Ray Bass. And Coach Bass, here's another gridiron question for you. And again, thanks for all the the parents out there and maybe some of your athletes who are submitting questions as well for the Boost man. The question this week is, if there's confusion or misconceptions maybe about children or youth getting into athletic training, what's maybe the biggest one of all, the biggest misconception?
I think the number one misconception that parents and people might have about athletic development is that it consists of just practice and competing. There's not enough time dedicated to actual athletic development, adding lean muscle, getting faster, stronger. You improve all those qualities and you're going to be better at your sport no matter what.
Regardless of the sport, right?
Regardless of the sport.
And you do it all here at Boost?
Absolutely.
All right, that's the Boost man, Ray Bass, and you can do it here at Boost Performance Training. If you have a gridiron question for the Boost man for a future edition of this video, make sure you hit the DMs on all their social media platforms. That is Boost Training.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your support over the last several years. In fact, we're going on year number 8 of the Inland Sports Show. It has certainly changed and evolved over the years, and you guys have been along for the entire journey. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're on social media, so if you're already following us or subscribing, great. But you can also tell your teammates, your people at school, your family, your friends. There's the Inland Sports YouTube channel, approaching 2 million views. We got several thousand subscribers. We appreciate it. And make sure you share with other folks who might not be subscribing. Same goes for Twitter. We're on Twitter as well. And if you're looking for immediate results, breaking news, we post pictures and shorter videos. Check us out on Twitter. That's Inland_sports on Twitter. And we're also on Facebook. Yeah, we're still doing Facebook. In fact, we live stream the Inland Sports Show on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can check it out there live on Wednesday nights at 6:05 p.m. We're also on the gram, the IG. If you want to see pictures and shorter videos from a lot of the games and events that we go to, you can check it out on Instagram. So if you support us by following along on social media, thank you so much. And if you'd like to take that to the next level, Inland Sports also has a Venmo account. If you'd like to financially support the show, you appreciate the service we provide to the IE, you can do that as well. Again, this is just an opportunity to say thank you to all you guys out there who follow the Inland Sports Show. You watch the Inland Sports Show each and every week. Thank you guys so much, and the best is yet to come. And welcome back, everybody, to the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified at Teen Vision TV 16. Well, fresh off a state championship, Riverside City College baseball skipper Rudy Arguelles joining us live on the show. And Coach, I love when it comes full circle because we had a chance to talk at the beginning of the year, and you guys got off to a good start. You had a no-hitter. I mean, things were going good for the Tigers, but I think you were optimistically cautious, right, for the rest of the season. But things really obviously unfolded very well for you guys. Talk about the state championship run, and what do you think was the key ingredient for the Tigers this season to make this run?
It was really a multitude of things, to be honest with you, Pep. I mean, the last 2 years with the majority of this club having to overcome and endure, the obstacles, the adversity. setting up the season the way we did. A lot of people think that we're crazy over here the way we do it, especially in the non-conference part of it. We set it up as a true 3-game set, consecutive days, so that, you know, we have to emulate a series situation. So therefore, we're forced to really use our depth on our team. And then it gets us the best, it gets us prepared the best possible way to get into that gauntlet that we call the gauntlet in that conference that we're in with the Orange Empire, you know? So, you know, all those things. And then on the daily grind, the messages, the work being put in, things clicking mentally up top here at the end, as far as that belief system really getting strong. And it was really about, you know, 5 weeks, you know, going to that last series with Cyprus. We knew, and as a staff, we sat back and we knew they were believing that this was real, that this was going to be a legitimate run. And once the playoffs start, man, the grit and resilience that they displayed and showed was tremendous. They finished the season on a 19 out of the last 21 games. You know,
Coach,
they won.
You stole the stats right out of my mouth. I had them right here. It was 12 of the last 13, 19 of the last 21. Like you said, maybe it was a mental thing, but what kind of clicked in the second half of the season where you guys just got hot? And sometimes, you know, the hottest team into the postseason is the team that's going to ride it out to the championship. Not necessarily a team maybe that has the most talent, but the hottest team in baseball. What was just clicking for you guys? I know you scored a lot of runs by the scores. I saw you scored a lot of runs, but what was clicking on this team?
You know, to be honest with you, Pep, it was everything, you know, and the playoff run, you know, a big part of it was really our bullpen. Our bullpen showed strong at the end, and it really gave us depth, you know, and being in those first 3 rounds set up as series, best of 3 series, bullpen play came into depth huge, you know. That was one key. Offensively, it was spread out throughout. You know, there was different players, you know, through those 4 weeks of the playoffs that were contributing and performing, coming up big in big moments, you know. So, and the defense was pretty much always steady. I mean, I looked at the stat yesterday at the end, and as a team, I believe we're in the top 5 in the state, fielding at a 970 clip. You know, that's pretty good. From a team standpoint. So when you're getting pitching and you're playing pretty consistent defense, and then the offense being as consistent as it was and being spread out throughout, you know, we can't deny what was happening in the middle of that order. That's pretty dang special, man. That was happening all year. But 1 through 9, passing the at-bats down to the next guy, as some say, the baton, however you want to term it. It was happening, you know, and you could sense it as we kept getting deeper in the playoffs.
Well, Coach, you guys beat Folsom Lake 10-8 on Memorial Day to clinch that state championship. But when you got up to the state tournament, going into the tournament, did you guys feel like you were the team to beat? Did you feel like you were flying under the radar? What was like the mindset of the team going into the state tournament?
You know, all along, even up to that point where we got to the Final Four there, the message always to the guys was, continue to be you. Don't make any moment whatsoever bigger than what it is. We've been here already throughout. So continue to do what we do. Understand what our strengths are. Don't try to go above and beyond them. And don't create bigger moments. You know, just try to embrace it the best you possibly could. And we knew going in with, you know, our staff, with Dave Martinez and myself, we knew the experience and the time being there before. We've had it. We've been in those situations, and we knew it was going to pay dividends for us, and it was going to pay dividends in instilling that calmness, that confidence into the club, into the guys, into the players, and it sure did. There was absolutely zero panic throughout, which was really neat to be a part of.
You know, Coach, a lot of people, when they hear RCC, including myself, you know, naturally you want to think football, and for good reason. You know, the Tigers have had some great football teams, but, you know, 5 state championships for the baseball program. You can't deny the success the Tigers have had on the baseball diamond as well. What do you think it says about this program to be able to, you know, I know it's been, what, 15 years apart or something like that between state championships, but you guys are consistently one of the top teams, not only in Southern California, but obviously the state.
Yeah, and that's never going to change. That's never wavered. You know, there's a tremendous amount of history with this program and what Dennis started. You know, back in 1989, fall of '89. You know, season of '90. The foundation started there with what he built, and it's continued throughout. And I'll tell you what, it's no different. It's special beyond, no matter how many times you get there, period. You know, this one here a little bit more unique just because of what these kids had to experience. Like I said, with COVID, the shutdown, you know, knees getting cut off before COVID, you know, half a season, 20 games. And then during the fall being shut down constantly, and, you know, other things. I could be on here forever, but to have that happen, have this opportunity and perform the way they did, especially the only team outside of our conference that didn't get to play last year. Man, how sweet it is. But it'll never get old. It'll never get old getting to a championship. And it's like I told the guys, that what a feeling right there. Whew.
Yeah, Coach, we're looking at that final out of the game against Folsom Lake. In that moment when you realize, hey, it's the final out, we're the champions. Do you remember, like, was it a blur? Like, when you think about it, was it a blur? Like, what did you do? I think your wife was in attendance. She surprised you, I think. And like, what was that moment like?
Surreal.
Still makes you emotional, huh? Just thinking about that?
It does, because just proud of those guys.
You know, Coach, do you think, you know, especially...
I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional. Huh?
Especially for your sophomores, right? Like, you know, obviously, you know, you play to win the game, and the state championship is the ultimate prize. But, you know, as a coach, it's the journey with your guys, right? Your players, especially your sophomores. And I don't know if a lot of those things were going through your mind, like, man, it's my last game with some of these guys. But obviously, you know, the championship is what you guys set out to do, and you brought it home.
Yeah, you know, Pep, it was a culmination, like I said, of a lot of stuff, of things that happen behind the scenes that no one even knows, that are out there in the public, to, you know, a ton of guys, you know, not knowing if they were ever going to play again, a ton of home visits outside of time during COVID, you know, to try to give support, to just get the psyche, the mind, try to bring some positiveness to them. You know, no one knows all that underlying work and effort that was put in, you know, that was done to give them some light, to give them some hope that, hey, man, this moment, this opportunity will come back. We will have it, you know, just all, like I said, all those things, all the, you know, non-options, let's just put it that way.
Well, Coach, it was certainly a special run. Yeah, I mean, you guys will always have that. This group will always have, you know, that championship, that moment together that you guys can share. Coach, listen, congratulations. I always appreciate your time. I'm a big fan of what you're doing at RCC, and congratulations on that state championship.
Pep, I can't thank you enough, and Inland Sports Show, for what you do. Thank you so much.
You're the best, Coach. Hey, and there's always an open door. When you're ready to come back on, just let me know. We'll start talking about next season and the guys you got coming back, and maybe some freshmen you got coming into the program. So just let me know. We'd love to have you back. All right, that is RCC skipper Rudy Arguelles here on the Inland Sports Show. We're going to take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to catch up with the Roosevelt High School softball team, your Division I champions here in the CIF Southern section, and now trying to win a Southern California title as well. We'll be right back.
96.7 KCal Rocks. What's up? It's Patrick and 40.
Hey, man, you're watching the Inland Sports Show right here.
Make sure you check out Pep, man. It's Inland Sports with Pep, but he's on every Monday and Thursday morning with Sports with Pep, man.
You guys rock.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. Customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
What up, y'all? Boostman here with a quick 2 cents. If you want to become a 5-star athlete, here's what you need to do. Number 1, you need to give great effort and never allow your effort to be questioned. Number 2, be accountable for your actions and never blame coaches, teachers, or your parents. Number 3, stay disciplined. Make sure all your actions are moving you in the direction of where you want to go. Number 4, be your best athlete. Make sure you're on the right type of diet, you're speed training, strength training, getting plenty of rest and recovery, and more importantly, you're becoming a student of the game. And finally, number 5, achieve high academic performance, because high performance isn't just limited to sports, it's who you are and all you do. Boostman.
Everybody, I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Carl from Redlands, our big 66ers ticket giveaway winner. Carl's going to be going to the 66ers, courtesy of the Inland Sports Show, 4 free tickets. And we're giving away 4 more free tickets right now. The first person to jump in the DMs on Inland Sports, Twitter or Instagram, is getting 4 free tickets to an upcoming 66ers game. So all you got to do is send me a private message, a DM saying, hey, this is Carl from Redlands, or whoever you might be, and say, I want tickets to the Sixers, and we'll hook you up. It's that easy. First person to do it gets the tickets. Super easy. All right, now we're talking some softball here. And Roosevelt is your CIF Southern Section Division I champion, but the softball season is not over yet. One more week of games. It's the SoCal Regional this week. We got the Mustangs joining us live on the show. In fact, 4 of their star players joining us here. Look at the grid. Look at everybody there getting ready to talk some Roosevelt softball. And I'm going to start with the seniors. There's a couple seniors here that we're going to talk to. Ashley, Annette, and also Jordan Elias. And Ashley and Jordan, as the seniors, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll go with Ashley first. Didn't you guys have graduation today? Did you have graduation and then you're hopping on the show? Is that right, Ashley?
Yes, we did. We both graduated, and then we were supposed to have practice after, and now we're on here.
Oh my gosh, graduation, practice, because Mike Smith never takes any days off, practice, and then the Inland Sports Show. So Ashley, how was practice today? Because as a senior, you know, obviously you're already CIF champs. A Southern California title would be awesome, but as a senior, are you just kind of soaking it in and just enjoying another week with your team?
Yeah, we had the option to play, and everyone wanted to play. The connection we have is unreal. Like, another week was just a blessing. Like, I love these girls with everything. I'm so glad we took the chance to play this week.
And Ashley, as a senior, as a captain, what do you think it says about the legacy of the Roosevelt softball program that you guys, especially your senior class, was able to bring the school its first Division I championship in the CIF Southern Section? Because that's the best of the best. What do you think it says about this year's class and the legacy that you're leaving?
Well, yeah, before this year, we had never won league, never won CIF, and with this group of girls, we had no doubt that we could. If we were on our A game, that I had no doubt we were going to do it. We had the coaching, we had the talent. It was just, if we played our game, I knew we were going to take it.
All right, thanks, Ashley. I'm going to go to Jordan Elias next. And Jordan, you know, Ashley said she had no doubt you guys were going to win it. But I'll be honest, I was getting a little nervous for you guys on that Saturday night in Irvine. Wait until the final inning to get it done. But Jordan, did you feel like this team all season long had the talent, had the capability of bringing home that championship?
Absolutely. I feel like we just play we're such a tight-knit group, and I feel like we just play so well together. And we knew from the beginning that we had a goal, and our goal was to win league. We did it. Our goal was to bring home a CIF championship back to Roosevelt, and that's what we did. We kept fighting all the way to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we did what we had to do. So yeah.
All right, Jordan, listen, I'm trying to figure out how this happens, but you scored from first all the way around, scored the game-winning run on a single. As soon as that ball was hit by Emily Carr, what was going through your mind? Was it just like, hey, I'm going all the way home. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to blow through that stop sign at third. I'm going all the way home. What was going through your head?
From the moment the ball was hit, I got a pretty good jump off of first, and my goal was just to get every turn on the bases and just score as, get my team that championship. But I looked at the outfield and I saw the big gap in right center, and that's right where Carr hit the ball. So I knew right when she hit it that I was scoring, and I didn't even see Coach Mike's stop sign. I just went right through it, and I knew I was going to score. So,
well, Jordan, scoring the game-winning run in a championship game, that's kind of like what you dream about, in your backyard. That's kind of, you envision it happening like that. But for you to actually do it, I know obviously Emily was a big part of that as well, delivering that game-winning hit, but bringing home that winning run. We're taking a look at it right now. What was that feeling like, and just being mobbed by your teammates?
It was the best feeling in the entire world. It was just such a great moment in our in one of the final games that we're gonna have. We knew from the very moment of the season, or the beginning of the season, that we had a goal and that we were going to do it. And once it finally happened, it was one of the best feelings in the world.
That was so awesome. What a special moment for the program there. Jordan, I'm going to head over to Ali Hernandez, starting pitcher for the Roosevelt Mustangs. And I'm not trying to give away all the secrets for your big game against Camarillo tomorrow, but I heard through the grapevine that Ali might be getting the ball. She'll be in the circle tomorrow against Camarillo. So Ali, what do you think what's the the thing that you have to do well to give your team a chance to win and beat Camarillo and advance to Saturday's championship game for the SoCal Regional?
Honestly, I think it's just all confidence in the circle. If I have my confidence and I have my team behind me, I think it's just a great experience with us all. It's just gonna be a fun game. You know, we like to stay loose and have fun, and that's what Mike always tells us. And he just wants us to have fun, and that's just the goal, to have fun.
You know, is this kind of icing on the cake? Because I know a lot of teams, you know, the goal at the end of the season is to win that CIF Southern Section Championship. And especially for softball, we know how great softball is in the Southern Section. To be the Division I champion in the Southern Section, that's a huge deal. You guys did it. Is this kind of like icing on the cake now? Just another week of practice with your friends and maybe win another championship?
Yeah, I mean, this is us just keeping it going. We just love each other, and we love the bond that we all have with each other and our chemistry, and we just want to keep going. We're not ready to leave high school yet.
All right, you're 11-0 on the season. In the circle, what has gone well for you all season long? Obviously, you haven't dropped a single game.
I don't want to let out my secrets, you know. Don't have that held against me.
Hey, well, good luck tomorrow. Because you got a big game against Camarillo in those D1 semifinals in the SoCal Regional. And finally, let me go to K-Dub. Down there in the corner, Kaylin Jones, who is just a sophomore and hits near the top of the order, lead off or in that second spot. Kaylin, for you, what's this ride been like? Because as a sophomore, you're playing a very important part on this Mustang softball team. So what's this whole season like and this championship run been like for you?
It's been crazy. Like we came in second last year in the CIF division, D1, and coming back this year to take it home was a great experience to have. And now going to states is just unbelievably amazing. And it's going to be a good ride with these girls.
Kaylin, are you excited? I know obviously, you know, you want to win a couple more games and win another championship this Saturday, but are you excited about what the future holds too? I mean, you're going to have a lot of players and you're going to lose some good seniors, but you got some players coming back. You guys are going to be pretty good for a couple more years, I think, at least.
I'm very excited to see what our future holds. It's going to be different not having our seniors around. Those are our girls. Like, we've played with them since, even in travel, we play with them. So not having them around is going to be different, but I think next year is going to be a great ride too.
Yeah, you got some special seniors on this team. We got two of them, Ashley and Jordan, joining us here on the show. Girls, listen, thank you so much for joining us here on the Inland Sports Show, especially Jordan and Ashley, who had graduation and then practice and the Inland Sports Show. So, guys, thank you so much. I know you got Camarillo on Thursday. That's the semifinals. If you win there, and I'm assuming you will, you'd advance to Saturday's championship game. So, ladies, thank you so much. Best of luck in these last couple of games, and just enjoy the final week of the season. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it. That is Roosevelt High School softball, your CIF Southern Section Division I champions, and hopefully your Southern California champions by the end of this week. All right, we're going to take another quick break here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, some breaking news. We're going to unveil the inaugural Hall of Fame class for Arlington High School. When we come back, you don't want to miss it here on the Inland Sports Show.
The #1 sporting goods store in the Inland Empire is Ken's Sporting Goods in Norco. Whether you need new uniforms for the entire team, a Letterman's jacket, or new cleats for the upcoming season, check out Ken's Sporting Goods. Plus, now you can order masks with your favorite team, school, business, and more. Order for your entire team or organization. Visit kensportinggoods.com for more information and for the latest on the big sales. Make sure to follow Ken's Sporting Goods on Instagram and Twitter. So if you need team uniforms or sports gear, there's only one place to go in the Inland Empire. That's Ken's Sporting Goods. Calling all athletes. Make sure you're at your very best by training at Boost Performance Training in Corona. Whether you're a football player, soccer player, baseball player, lacrosse, athletes from all sports and all levels train at Boost Performance Training. Led by former Centennial High School football star Ray Bass, you'll develop explosive power, become faster, and add that lean muscle. Don't be left behind and get a leg up on the competition at Boost Performance Training. Visit boosttrainingsystems.com for information on their training programs and also on the Bass School. That's the Bass Alternative School for student athletes. Trying to earn a scholarship? Maybe make the varsity team? Get a spot in the starting lineup? Well, let Boost Performance Training help achieve your athletic goals. This segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods in Norco. Since 1976, Ken Sporting Goods has been #1 in the Inland Empire, providing team uniforms, sports equipment, Letterman jackets, and more. Visit them off Hamner in Norco or online at kensportinggoods.com. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Join Ray Bass and his experienced coaching staff for sports training to become bigger, stronger, and faster. Athletes from all sports, boys and girls, are welcome. Plus, learn more about the Bass Private School at boosttrainingsystems.com. And Danny's Pizza in Yucaipa. Looking for the best pizza in the Inland Empire? Look no more. You'll find it at Danny's Pizza off of Yucaipa Boulevard. Mention the Inland Sports Show and get 20% off your next order. So the next time you're ordering pizza for your family or maybe your entire team, make sure it's Danny's Pizza.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody, live and amplified at Teen Vision TV 16. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez, our director, Johnny Nunez, behind the scenes. And I'd like to say we saved the best for last. This is very special and very exciting. We unveil some big breaking news, I would say, for Arlington High School, as their inaugural Hall of Fame class will be inducted in a couple of months with the start of the football season. Join us here live on the show, 3 heavy hitters. I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll just go left to right. We got John Corona up in the left-hand corner here on our Zoom grid, but the legendary John Corona here talking about the Arlington Hall of Fame. And John, I know we're gonna unveil the names of this the maiden voyage for the Hall of Fame, the inaugural class, but Arlington's had some great athletes. Why now to bring the Hall of Fame to Arlington?
Well, I'm gonna turn that one over to Tacey. Tacey's been ramrodding this and spearheading this and drag guys like me and Bill aboard, so I'm going to let her answer that question. I'll be happy to answer any other questions you got, but I'll let Tacey answer that one.
Go for it, Tacey. Yeah, so why now? I mean, because obviously Arlington's had some great teams, great coaches, great athletes, but now's the time.
Well, what does an athletic director do when there's no sports for a couple months because of COVID? You start a Hall of Fame committee. So this was an idea that John Seidel brought to me right when I got to Arlington. It was one of our first meetings. He's like, you have to do this. I love the idea. It's such an amazing opportunity to honor the tradition and the amazing athletes that we've had at Arlington. We've had some amazing coaches, some amazing ADs, and we have nothing to celebrate and honor them. So I just thought with a little bit of the downtime that we had during COVID, redoing all those schedules, I got some amazing people on board, including John Corona and Bill Grisham and Kevin Watson, Tim Cleveno, Lisa Batten, John Seidel. I mean, we have an amazing committee that was able to organize this. Phyllis Coates has been a huge contributor, and Tracy Andruski. They come to our meetings. And we just got a committee together and started this ball rolling, and it hasn't stopped. And we're so excited to announce the names and to get this going.
All right, Tacey, who's the athletic director for the Lions. Before we get to the names, let me ask Bill this. How difficult was this? Because, again, so many great coaches, so many great athletes, so many great teams, and there's been some legendary guys that has come through Arlington High School. Was it difficult, Bill?
Picking our first our inductees, yes, it was extremely difficult. I think we spent hours and hours going around and around with inductees, and we came up with some remarkable people. And a phrase that we've used when we've met in our nominating committee is that that person won't be in this first class, but will be inducted. And the question is not if, but when.
All right. So, without further ado, do we want to name the inaugural class for the Hall of Fame? Tacey, are you going to do the honors?
Yes, I'll start with our contributor, and I'm going to let Mr. Grisham name the athletes and John Corona name the coaches, so we all get a little part in this. So I'm so excited to announce Marco Quisada, who is going to be our Hall of Fame contributor, who has been probably one of the most amazing booster presidents and people that have helped support Arlington athletics from the beginning. His main thing was it's not just about football or boys, that everyone gets the same treatment, and money should be fundraised for everyone and every athlete in every sport. So I just think that's awesome. And he started this tradition with Arlington, and we are so excited to honor him as our contributor this year for the 2022 Hall of Fame.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Tacey. Now let's go to Bill. I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited too, but I'm going to pass off my chairman who did the nominees and the man that has the connections. I'm running.
Yeah. See, we're just passing the buck around here. That's all we're doing.
I'll help you announce.
Well, I'll talk about the 4 athletes. Bill, you talk about the 2 coaches then, because the 4 athletes and Bill and I, and along with a few other on the committee, we're real excited about these names. They were youngsters, of course, and we were youngsters when we started coaching at Arlington and saw most of them in action. But our 4 inductees on the athletic side are Linda Harris, class of 1980. Linda played volleyball, basketball, and softball. Heck of a softball player. Sally Konar. Sally was a track, basketball, and cross-country athlete. Graduated in the class of 85. Exceptional career that Sally had. Went on to compete at Azusa Pacific. Lucas Duda, class of 04, 10 years in the major leagues, and from a great baseball program. And he stepped to the forefront almost right away with what he was able to accomplish. And then our final athlete, class of 1980, Chris Harper. Chris was a basketball and track athlete. I coached for 42 years, Pep, and he was without question the best athlete I ever coached. Just an exceptional ball player and exceptional track athlete. Went on to college and competed in both those aspects in basketball and in track, and went on to play professional basketball in Europe. So those are our 4 athletes.
All right, very good, John. And again, all 4 very worthy, but I got to be full disclosure here. I'm a big New York Mets fan. I know Lucas Duda had some pretty good years for the Mets, so that's pretty exciting. All right, Bill, let's talk some coaches. We got 2 coaches, correct?
2 coaches. Oh my goodness, that was a battle to figure out 2 coaches. So we went with Sam P.T. and Sam was my first athletic director, football coach, and a man of stature. I mean, he was inducted in the Riverside Hall of Fame. And talk about a man who helped mentor me in my early years. And most admirable, and I think it was unanimous when we picked him. Second one, when I was an athletic director, I turned to many times for advice, especially with the coaches. And that would be Danny Ariano. What a man of knowledge and a man of integrity and a man of character. And he helped me immensely with those things and with advice and how to deal with individuals, and mainly the individuals with the coaching staff. And so, great honor for those 2. And there's a line right behind them. So we're waiting for those. We're excited. And we're real excited. We, I don't know if you're going to talk about our wall of distinction, but we are going to honor the football 1973 class. So for John and I was just thinking about that. In that class, they were juniors when we were seniors in high school, right, John?
Yep.
So we're right with those guys.
All right, so the 73 football team, maybe John wants to take this, or Tacey, I'm not sure, but that 73 football team, it's going to be like a whole Hall of Fame weekend, right? Can you talk about maybe the importance of that Friday night football game the night before the big Hall of Fame banquet?
Yes, I'll be happy to talk a little bit about that. We are so excited. We just completed our stadium. So we'll be playing our first home game on August 19th against Lakeside. And we're going to do the unveiling of the stadium, the ribbon cutting with our board members. We're going to announce our Hall of Fame inductees. We're also going to bring the 2021 football team back that were CIF champions and do the ring ceremony. So it's going to be a humongous night for the community. We want everyone to come out, all the alumni. We want to pack the stands, and that will be the 19th. And then the 20th will follow our Hall of Fame induction banquet in our gym with an awesome dinner and a way to celebrate our inductees.
What an awesome way to kind of usher in that first Hall of Fame class with a big football game on campus under the lights, at Arlington High School. How special is that going to be? This question is for Bill and John. You guys both kind of touched on it, especially, Bill, about that line. There's a long line, right, of worthy athletes and coaches. Have you guys already thought about, okay, next year in 2023, who's on that waiting list, right, to get into the Arlington Hall of Fame next?
Well, I'll tell you right now, that list is awful long. And Bill already alluded to it. It was tough sledding to get through, to pick the 7 that we picked. And it's going to be tough every year. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not even worried about next year until we get through August 20th. After we get through August 20th, I'll try to call you and answer the question.
How about you, Bill? Anything to add on that?
I was going to say that's to be continued. I mean, we kind of want to leave that as a surprise and anticipation for people to stay tuned with us. And I know that Casey's going to have a website for nominees, so we want people put up there because we're just a small group, and there's well-deserving athletes and contributors that we might not have thought about. And we need the support of the community to go online and nominate people for us too. And so we definitely need that. And I like the anticipation, because if you look at the flyers, we don't have the date, I think, because we want you to click the link and there's the date. So we're kind of throwing the fishing line out there to try to.
So tickets, I mean, you can get tickets now. You can already start making your plans, especially maybe if you live out of the area. You can start, planning ahead and being here that first, I think, week 0, high school football. That's the way I look at it. But that week, August 20th, that Saturday night for Arlington High School. Are tickets available now? How do you do it? Is it online? Do you contact the school? I think Tacey might have the answer here.
We have a good social media presence. We have athletics Instagram. We have our Facebook page. We have people on our committee that are very connected with the alumni of Arlington, and there's 4 or 5 Facebook pages for Arlington alumni. So all this information will be put out there. We have flyers. We have the invitation. On the invitation is the QR code to purchase the ticket for the for the Hall of Fame induction banquet. The football tickets won't go on sale till a couple weeks before the game, but the Hall of Fame induction tickets will be on sale after tonight. Once we post the invitation with the QR code, we're going to post the flyer with all of the nominees' pictures. We're going to post individual little pictures about them with their bios. So check out our Arlington Lions Athletics website and also our school website, Arlington High School. Under athletics, there'll be a section there as well for the Hall of Fame, along with our nomination Google form where any community member can go online and nominate, because just like Mr. Grisham was saying, we have amazing people and names, but there might be people we're not aware of that they can remind us of. And we would love the community's involvement and would love for them to be a part of nominating these amazing people for our Hall of Fame.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Tacey Duncan, John Corona, Bill Grisham, thank you guys so much for coming here on the Inland Sports Show. I really appreciate your time. And what an exciting event for Arlington High School. Again, probably long overdue, but finally here and very exciting for the Lions.
Yes, we're excited. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're all excited. That's for sure.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. And again, Tacey, if you send me all the information, we'll make sure we push it out on Inland Sports social media. So another reason to follow Inland Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our Inland Sports website. We'll make sure we have all that Arlington information with all the names and also how you get tickets to the big Hall of Fame banquet. Again, August 20th at Arlington High School. So thank you, guys. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You got it. That's Tacey Duncan, the AD. We got John Corona, Bill Grisham, 2 local legends as well, talking about the Arlington Hall of Fame. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Inland Sports Show. The biggest shout out of all goes to our director, Johnny Nunez. I've been doing this show from my living room the last 4 weeks as Johnny is doing all these high school graduations. What's with that this time of the year? He's been a very busy guy. He's the best, but so it feels good to be back here in the studio. So we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure if you're not, you're subscribing to the Inland Sports YouTube channel as well. It's the easiest way to watch the show. And make sure you're following all of our social media platforms. My name is Pep Fernandez. God bless you. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you next week on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.